Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Welcome. I am the Gregory. That makes no sense. See, Jamie, the Gregory. See, Jamie's got me all worked up. I'm Gregory P. Kent, the pastor. Thank you for being here today. On behalf of Judy, Reverend Judy Cooper, the associate pastor, and the trustees, we do welcome you to our service. Is anyone here for the very first time? If so, raise your hand. Darlene will bring you a little gift basket, just a little something to say thank you. If you already have one, just let us know. We do ask if you're able to keep your mask on as much as possible during the service. We are socially distanced. If it becomes a little too much and you need to take it off to take a breath or two, that's okay. That's okay. I'd like to turn the service over to our chair, Lori Carter.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Let's see. We ask at this point to check your cell phones to make sure that they're on silent or vibrate. And to begin our service, I'd like to ask Eileen Ballantyne to come up and light the 3 candles, symbolizing unity of body, mind, and spirit. Thank you so much. And now please rise as you are able for the invocation. Infinite Spirit, I pray that today and the rest of our time on this earth plane and beyond be a time of spiritual renaissance and a period of enlightenment that will heighten values and help everyone realize their true purpose in life. I pray for peace of all that is and for love and light. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Please be seated. So located in the bulletins that you all should have are our Declaration of Principles. Please join with me in reciting these principles together. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever ye would that others should do unto you, do ye also unto them. We affirm that the moral responsibility of the individual and that he makes his own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing contained in the Bible are divine attributes proven through mediumship. And now to prepare for our healing portion of the service, please recite the healing prayer with me, which is also in our bulletin. Prayer for spiritual healing. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and the power of God. And so at this time, we're going to have a little healing guided meditation with me and Jamie and her music. And so I'd like everyone to prepare themselves here and at home Try to relax a little bit and just kind of meld into your chair and let everything go. Clear your lap now and relax. Take a deep breath in and release the tension from the day, from the week. Breathe in love and exhale gratitude. Breathe in the light of all that is and exhale white golden light about you. If you have not allowed your eyelids to close, please do so at this time. Breathe in love and exhale gratitude. Feel your body relax deeper into a state of oneness. Breathe in and release. My body is relaxed and receptive. Now become aware of the people here in the Andrew Jackson Davis building. Feel the energy, the vibration of those next to you. Know that we are all one and we all affect the whole. Raise your vibration of thinking good thoughts, love, peace, joy for all that is. I breathe freely without constraints. I am influenced only by positive thoughts and feelings. You now feel the energy coming from above. It is white healing light. It slowly inches its way down toward our crown chakras. As you drift further into peacefulness, feel the vibration of the oneness of all who are here today. Notice your breath slowing. A calmness washes over your body. I am in restful awareness in the Spirit. I am Spirit. Now take note of your physical being, scanning mentally of any areas of distraction. The energy of the healing white light slowly moves downward, touching in with those areas and lingering where it is needed. Feel the warmth as it heals. Breathe in and release. Now sit and rest in this healing light for just a few moments. I have unconditional love for all that exists, all that I encounter from moment to moment. Now focus on your heart center, not just the physical heart, but the entire chest area. Feel the warmth of the white light as it heals all of your relationships. Peace, peace, peace. The energy about us is vibrant. A loved one who has passed from this existence appears in front of you. You are pleased to see each other. You now have that conversation you always wanted to. It is now time to say so long to your loved one. Know that you can always bring them to you and speak with them any time you want. The white light continues to heal all that is, including the oneness of this group. I give thanks for the divine restoration in my mind, body, and spirit. I give thanks for the divine restoration in my mind, body, and spirit. I give thanks for the divine restoration in my mind, body, and spirit. Now let's use some of our healing white light to heal all that is. Remain calm and relaxed, and slowly take a breath in and release some of that white healing light into the Andrew Jackson Davis building. Another breath in, and now release it to Cassadaga. Another breath in, and release it to the state of Florida. Another breath in, and release that healing white light to the United States. Another breath in, and release it to the world. And now finally, another breath in, releasing the healing white light to the universe and to all that exists. And know that healing white light is always within you. All you have to do is call upon it to heal yourself, your loved ones, and the world. And now another breath in and release. And open your eyes when you are ready. Thank you. All right. Hey, everyone. And so now I am happy to introduce our lecturer today, who is the Reverend Judy Weaver. She's been around Cassadaga Spiritualist Camp for many years. She is the grandmother of the Talking Stick Circle here in Cassadaga, which takes place the first Saturday of each month. Reverend Judy is an ordained minister, a spiritual counselor, channel, and healer. She is the founder of Heart for Soul, and that's Heart for Soul, a nonprofit organization dedicated to the spiritual development. Her belief is that we are both teacher and student in any given moment. And incidentally, she does have a couple of books, Guided by Your Light and Truth Beyond, which are available in our bookstore. And I look forward to hearing to what she has to say today. So please welcome the Reverend Judy Weaver.
Thank Thank you very much. I am very excited and honored to be here, and the audience at home too. Hello to everyone. I have been coming to Cassadaga since 2000 was when I actually first started visiting here, and lo and behold, in 2014 was when I was invited to be the designated grandmother of the Talking Stick Circle. So I want to take a few minutes to talk about that because I'm not sure if everybody knows what it is. We meet on the first Saturday of every month at 5 o'clock, and most of the time we are actually meeting inside. However, sometimes we do meet outside around the Eloise Page Meditation Park, and it's really nice to be outside, but depending on Florida weather, that's why we meet inside oftentimes. But the Talking Stick Circle is a Native American gathering, and that is for anyone, any soul. It doesn't matter if you have Native American blood running through your veins, because we all have that Native spirit that's within us and around us and that calls us. So what we do is we get together and we always start off with smudging, and that's called a smoke off, and that's allowing for sage to be burned around you, and that clears away any impurities and just really calms the soul. We meet in a circle format, and then everyone comes in and they bring instruments, or else I always have a few extra that are around in case you don't have your own, and we all start that rhythm and that heartbeat rhythm. And you allow everything in your life to flow down and to settle into that same synchronistic rhythm of life. And then you close your eyes and you allow your soul to listen. And it's the same with following the second principle that's here: infinite intelligence through nature. Listening within, allowing your mind, body, spirit, and soul to align with that of Mother Earth, to the ancient teachers, to the founding fathers, to the ground, the sacred ground where we find ourselves, and the animals that are around us, the birds that fly by. It's amazing the magic that happens. Then I will go ahead and I generally will channel a message from Chief White Eagle or whomever else decides to come in. And these are ancient teachings. It's information and guidance that we may not remember with our minds, but our souls always unite with that information. And then we'll go ahead and we'll have a guest speaker, and oftentimes I'm the guest speaker, certainly lately. But we are meeting, by the way. We're not hosting potluck dinner anymore, but we are meeting here. And what we do with the guest speaker is they will provide information and guidance about the old ways, the teachings, or just native traditions that lead all of our hearts. Or last month, what I ended up doing was channeling information from this native elder, and she gave messages from all the different spirit guides, the animal spirit guides, to everyone. It's an experience because you allow yourself, your soul, your mind, your body, and heart to stop and to just be completely and fully present in the moment where you are, and just fall into alignment. As a group, we create our own vortex of energy. That energy doesn't just stay within the circle. We're creating that energy field that's feeding and healing Mother Earth and mankind. And not just our Earth, but all universal entities. And then we pass the magic talking stick, which this is a chance for everyone to go ahead and to share information and guidance of what's in their hearts. And it's important because every single person who feels like they need to say something, there's somebody else there that has to hear it. And how often are people too fearful to actually speak the truth of their hearts? It happens all the time. Thinking, oh, it's not really significant. I don't know what I'm really talking about. But there's somebody else there that has to hear, that has to know what you are there to share. Everyone truly has no idea the power and the impact and the preciousness of each one of you, and the role that you play on this earth, and who you are, and what you're just birthing yourself into becoming. You never know the impact you have on another. It's so important to look in the mirror and to see the beautiful light being that you are, that shines back at you. You're perfect. You're awesome. You're a light. You're love. And you are loved. You are loved more than you will ever know. And thank you for all that you do, each and every day, to everyone else around you. You feel that. You know that heart truth of what I'm saying. And that's what we're trying to do in our little circle. And not just in the circle, but everywhere that I go in life. So we end with music, and then we are all excited and elated, and we're happy to go on to another month and can't wait. So I invite you all to come and to join us. I want to take a few minutes, though, because I really want to talk about spiritual journeys and listening to life, and not understanding where it's going to call you and take you and how you get there. But nobody ever expects you to just know. How can anyone just know? But the greatest teacher is that inspirational feeling and understanding the soul truth of. And that comes in so many ways, certainly with all that's going on in the world today. And people are just, it's the gambit. Some people are just like in a panic frenzy craziness, and other people are just even keel, and they're all vibrating like, oh, I don't know what's going on, but it's calling me and I gotta something. And then you've got other people who have been practicing for a long time in their spirituality, and young children, and they're like, oh, finally, the world is catching up. But it's all about beginning to really to listen to the soul self and what's being called of you, and understanding or trying to understand the messages, the guidance, and the symbols that are specifically given to each of you, because everybody has their own language. What works for you might be crystals, and that is so powerful, and you're feeling the information and the connection to the crystals. And don't think that there is not wisdom and knowledge inside each of those crystals, and that they do not enhance and build the power within each of you to help you to be a better you. And then other people, it's the flowers. It's being all out in the elements. And the trees, oh my goodness, the trees will scream at you if you let them. And you allow their roots to carry all of anything that's not of your highest and best within yourself to go back into Mother Earth. Sometimes people feel like, oh, I've done terrible things. I have such regret and trauma and drama, and I'm going to poison that tree. I'm going to make it die. But what you don't understand is that Mother Earth loves that tree. She loves every ounce and essence that's within each of you, because it came through you. It was born through you. You learned through it. You had experienced it. And she absorbs all of that energy and transforms it into beautiful gardens once again. The gardens that surround you with more healing love energy. And then if you're really special and you look around those gardens, sometimes you see the little elementals, the fairies and the gnomes, the little magic ones that are all around you. But it takes you to slow down enough to open your heart and to open your mind to the possibility that this even exists, without judgment, without ridicule, without old boundaries and teachings, because you're choosing to open your heart to all of the lessons and the magic that's being gifted to you and around you. Animals are a wonderful teacher. How many of you know that you have spirit animals? Raise your hands. Quite a few. There are specific animals that will always come to you on a regular basis. They're your spirit guides, and they are there to help show you signs and symbols that help you to understand something different about yourself. You can look up the animals in animal totem books, or just online you can look up what the animal totem meanings are. And sometimes an animal is with you all the way through your lifetime, and then other times they just come in and out. And a good example for me is I was being guided to write a book, and I was like, write a book? Are you kidding me? What am I going to write about, God? And he gave me 23 titles. And I run home and I write them, and I'm like, okay, so now what do I say about these 23 titles? I have no clue. And I go out to the beach and I'm sitting there and I'm like, God, now I just have to tell you, I'm stubborn, okay? And I push God, but I work hard for God, so we got an agreement, okay? So I'm like, I need a sign. I don't want a little sign. I want a big sign. And this little piper bird comes up and pecks on my toe while I'm sitting on the beach. And it didn't happen just that day. The next 8 times I went to the beach, it happened. To always remind me I'm not alone. We don't always have to know what the next step is. All that's being asked of us is to step out in faith and to do what we're called to do. And the lands will call you to particular places. There's power in the lands. The mountains, they have their own different elements within them. All the different crystals, the vibrations. When I went down to Brazil, I went to Abagina, Brazil, and I went for healing energy. And while I was there, I felt crystals being inserted into the palms of my hand. And a crystal tube shot straight through the top of my head and out through my arms, and I very clearly heard, I have had to insert you with this new crystal hardware to handle the level of healing energy that's going to come through your body. And this was, of course, at Easter time. And it was Maundy, Thursday. I went back to my little casa and slept for 40 hours. And all kinds of things happened. I was told specifically that it would change in December of that year. So here I am at my talking stick circle, and I would always go ahead and write down messages from Spirit ahead of time so I would know what to provide for guidance and information to the group. And I get there and I go to read my message, and I can't read English. That's when the channeling began. I didn't understand what it was, but I just allowed myself to step aside and to let the God source and the natives and the angels and the masters come through to provide their pure guidance and wisdom. I do have flashes of what's said, but I don't have 100% memory. And realistically, it's not my business. That was something that my ego got in the way about. What do you mean it's not my business to know what's going on through me? But it's not. It's just me allowing my heart to be open, and so that I can be that other vessel of love that the God needs, the infinite intelligence needs, that all entities need to help every single person understand how incredibly beautiful they are and precious and a loving gift. One of the other places, I know we've got little ones running around, and it's a fun thing. We love the little ones. They are being born with such energy and intelligence. They are our teachers if we stop to listen. What we're going through right now are activations in all of our crystalline DNA, awakening. They're already operating at a different frequency and vibration. So listen to them, encourage them, and help them to be your teacher. Okay, on with my story. Here I go. I know I do have a tangent ability along the way. So another big journey for me was last year in May. I felt a need to go to California, and I needed to go to Mount Shasta. And I know I've heard about Mount Shasta. Everybody, I think, in the spirit world has heard about Mount Shasta, but it really wasn't anything that was like, okay, whatever. You know, it didn't really resonate with me. So I go out there, and I really had no plans. I didn't know what I was doing, except that the trees were yelling at me. The redwood trees were like, you gotta listen, you gotta listen, you gotta listen. Okay, fine. So I get out there, and I feel the trees, and they're just like, oh, welcome. And I'm like, the soul knowing, that true resonance of peace within. I went to so many different places, and I would just stop and channel and listen, and I'm like, ooh, I know that's a vortex. I can feel that energy. Oh, that's a little gateway. I know there's energy there. So go to these different places that you're feeling, and when you feel called to a specific place, you may not have to understand what's needed, but physically things change within your mind, body, and soul. And you choosing to follow the instinct of guidance of going allows that to really implement itself within yourself to the highest space and place. So as I went there, I ended up going for this walk by this lovely waterfall. And I'm going downstream and downstream and downstream, and this redwood tree's going, come here, come here, come here, come here. And I go over by the redwood tree, and I look, and it's like a drop-off cliff. And I'm like, I'm not going over there. What am I supposed to go over there? And I kept going on my walk and going on my walk. And then I turn around, and finally I'm like, all right, never mind. I want to go upstream, so I don't know why I'm going down. But anyway, I turned around, and I go back. And then the tree's like, come here, come here, come here, come here. And I go over to the tree again, and then I look, and there's this tiny little ledge. And when I walk along the ledge, there's a beautiful gateway, a huge stone face. And I knew that was an entrance to the city of Telos. I went to sleep that night, and right before I went to sleep, I channeled, and I very clearly heard, now that you have found the gateway, you'll be invited into the city of Telos. Wow, you try to go to sleep like that. It's a whole different level of anxiety. They very specifically said I might not have a memory of it. I wake up in the morning, didn't have really a memory. I did go ahead and kind of see like this doorway, you know, but then I really didn't see anything, and I brought the car back. It was time to go. I'm at the airport, miles away, looking out. There's Mount Shasta, 60 miles away, and I look, and I'm looking, and I'm listening. Delay, flight delay, flight delay, flight delay, flight delay. And I start writing 8 pages of being invited into the city of Telos, and feeling and going before this huge green crystal and having different chakra crystals changed out again, new levels of energy and changing. I met an elder, and his name was Jamar, and he very specifically told me that I needed to go ahead and start these meditation groups, these channeling circles, where I met with a number of women, and we asked universal questions. How can I grow my spiritual experience? How can I become a better person? What do I need? And information came from all entities. Archangels, God, Source. We asked about spirit guides. And a spirit guide trainer came in. Well, now that makes perfect sense. But who would have known that they had spirit guide trainers? Intergalactic DNA bank. Really? That exists too? Amazing information and guidance. That's called Truth Beyond. This is the book that's in the bookstore. And I do hope it helps you to see things you had no idea existed. It certainly did for me, which was stunning. But again, this entire experience is all about just following your path. You don't have to know where it's going to lead you. All you have to do is open your heart and take the step that's before you, being asked of you. You understand what soul truth is because you feel it. It's an experience. Don't ever let anybody change that. Well, I am going to a number of different places providing information and guidance. I do meet here, obviously, on a monthly basis. I've got some other workshops coming up. This next Saturday, we are going to do a spirit guide animal. And I'm excited that in October and November, I'll be up in the Georgia area, and I'll be doing some workshops at Inner Awakenings in Blairsville. And I'm also going to be doing some shamanic work out at Delphi University Spiritualist Center. So I'm very excited about that too. So I am available. I've got business cards over there. I do private sessions, and I am just so excited and honored that each of you chose to spend your time meeting me today. So blessings to each of you, and I hope to see you on a Talking Stick Circle night. Thank you.
Thank you for that beautiful message. Loved it. Thank you. Alrighty, let's see, where am I? There is a prosperity bowl over there, and funds are used to upkeep our buildings here and other areas of whatever is needed. The prosperity bowl is right there. People in the virtual world, please go to Cassadaga.org and you can donate there. Thank you so much in advance. And I'd like to have a little prayer for the prosperity that is being offered. Infinite Spirit, we thank you for the blessings given today. Please assist with the organization in using these monies for our highest and best. We ask that the gifts be given today be returned tenfold. Amen. All right. Announcements. And next Wednesday, our message bearer for our Wednesday evening message service will be Reverend Dawn Cassidy. It's a demonstration of spirit service from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. here in the Andrew Jackson Davis building. Next Sunday, Lyceum from 9:30 to 10:15 or so is here in the Andrew Jackson Davis building, and our teacher will be the Reverend Gregory P. Kent. Boy, I can't talk right now. I don't know why. And our Sunday service usually starts at 10:30, and our lecturer will be the Reverend Gregory P. Kent as well. So you're doing double, huh?
All day is me.
I'm going to say you're on double duty that day. And I'm sure you'll be fabulous.
Okay.
And to participate in absentee healing, please print the first name and the first initial of the last name of someone in need of healing in our book, which is located on this table. We also have one in the Welcome Center. And for more information about all events here at Cassadaga, please go to Cassadaga.org. You can watch our services live or in person, virtually by visiting us on YouTube. There you can also watch past services. A couple of other announcements. The new membership meeting is today at 1 p.m. in the Welcome Center, which is right through those doors. You'll be aware of it because there's like little couches there that you can sit on. And let's see, what else? Is there anything else? Yes, I was going to mention this workshop right here that Reverend Judy Weaver will be presenting. Shamanic Journey, Find Your Animal Spirit, Saturday, October 3rd from 1:30 to 3:30 here in the AJD building. It's $25. Hope to see you there. And now we're going to say goodbye to our online viewers. Thank you so much for coming to listen to our service, and see you next week.